So I'm doing this Bali Eco Legends project, and I'd love to share a little bit of a personal story about what got me started on this. You know, that moment when you just go, I have to do this. It's been calling to me for so long. And it was earlier this year. I was having a conversation with my sister, and she's smart, she's educated, she's funny. I've got massive respect for her, and she's a beautiful woman. And she is switched on. She's got her finger on them. It's her job to have her finger on the pulse with what's happening in her community, between the businesses that she runs, the work she does with the city council, the major events that she runs. It's her job to know what's going on locally in her community, but also globally. So when she told me flat out, matter of fact, Patrick, humanity is not going to survive. We've passed a tipping point. We're past that point of no return. And have a look, no one's backing off the gas. We're not going to make it. We're headed for extinction. I went, oh my God, I was shocked. And not only that my sister, would have that position, because then how's she operating from that, but what percentage of our population either believe that or are even leaning that way, or even just going, I'm not really sure if we're going to make it or not, right? Now, for sure, there's a whole bunch of people who aren't even considering that. They're not even having the conversation. They're just trying to get more, consume more, produce more, do more, be more, have more, develop more. And that's an interesting kind of part of our society. But there's a lot of people who are kind of looking at all the death and devastation and destruction that's happening, and looking at all the healing and the regeneration and the rejuvenation that's happening, and they're going, not really sure, kind of hanging in the balance. Which way is it going to go? So what we see is that mainstream media has a role in our society to preferentially feed us bad news, because fundamentally that's what the majority pay attention to. If it's danger, if it's bad, if it's shocking, we'll go to that. So they've got their reasons for doing that. And I thought, who's really telling the story of the legends who are doing amazing things for our environment? The unsung heroes who aren't getting a lot of main media attention. I thought they're the ones I want to connect with. They're the people who are on the front line of the radical transformation of society and culture. And if we are to make it, they're the ones who are leading the way. And I want to connect with them. I want to hear their wisdom. I want to hear their insights. I want to hear, what they've found are the solutions that are really working right now, and will build a society and a culture that will allow humanity to thrive for generations to come, for thousands of years. I mean, the way that we're doing it now, we're not going to last another 100 years. We'd be lucky if we last another decade, right? But the change is happening and people are doing good things. So I really wanted to share that story. And really what's driving all of this for me is, I've got 3 kids, and I want them to grow up healthy and happy. I want them to be able to breathe fresh air and swim in the oceans and walk in the forests and have a beautiful, pristine planet to enjoy. And not just for my children and their children, but for children everywhere, all over the planet. And we look at kids in the cities now, in many cities in the world, that's not a reality for them. People can't breathe the air, they're getting sick. People can't swim in the oceans, they're full of pollution. And the forests are getting carved down at an alarming rate. Over 90% of our virgin forests gone. So it's like, what kind of a future, what kind of a legacy are we leaving for these kids? So that's really what's driving all of this, and that's what's bubbling and burning and churning inside of me. And I thought, well, what's my response to this? How do I show up to, and with who I am, what do I do about this? So for me, it was very simple. Connect with the people who have the answers. Get the facts. Have a look at what's really going on, and the people who, not just studying it, but are actively doing something about it, and share their message, share their story with people like you, because I believe that when you're educated, when you're empowered, when you are lit up with possibility, that you have a far greater impact than you imagine. And that making the change for good could be way easier, way simpler, way more fun, and way more fulfilling than you may have ever imagined. So that's my wish for you, and the opportunity for you now, and the invitation. We've recorded all these conversations, so I'm inviting you, come and watch them. Soak in the wisdom of these people who are doing extraordinary things, and enjoy that, and share that, and look at what are the simple steps that I can take right now that are going to have a massive positive impact for humanity for generations to come. And it might seem like the small things, and you go, I might not be going to lead a whole movement of the future of humanity, but can you be a pocket of change, a pocket of light right where you stand right now? Right where you are, who you are, with what you've got, you have an impact. You can make a difference. You can take in some information. You can start thinking about things in new ways. You can start talking to people and having conversations. You can plant a garden. There's so much Not even a garden. Plant a tomato, plant a cucumber, you know what I mean? Turn the lights off. There's so many practical things that we can be doing that we've heard, and really it goes so much deeper than that, and that's really what this is all about. So again, my invitation is to, enjoy these videos, take in this wisdom, and share it with the people that you care about for the future of life on Earth. I'm Patrick Woodcraft. Thank you so much for watching. It's such a joy for me to live my passion and purpose in sharing this information, this wisdom, this education with you. And my hope, my prayer is that you will enjoy it, that you will thrive from it, and that as a species, we can find an ecological balance and thrive for thousands of years into the future on this beautiful, beautiful planet that we call home. Thank you so much. Blessings. Bye for now.